The ladies in the house now, all I heard is the key open. I said, Jesus Christ of Nazarena. Obviously, me and the lady were there having, prayer meeting. I'm laying hands on her and speaking in tongues. We're doing deliverance.
Speaking in tongues?
Yeah, she's speaking in tongues.
What was you to...
No, she's speaking in tongues, So, all I heard was, Gabriel, I'm home. So, me, I came downstairs before she could come upstairs. I ran downstairs. Oh, hi, auntie, how you doing, ma? Shebanu, ma. I started doing everything to make sure that everything's nice. I even prostrated, how you doing, ma? She goes, I know that. She goes, okay. She goes,
you're greeting too much.
She goes, Gabriel, why are you, who's upstairs? I said, nobody. She goes, I'm going to check. So this time, I've already told the lady to lay flat on the bed. I said, my friend, even sink your bum in, lay flat. So she's sunk in the bed like this. I even put clothes on top of her, then put the sheet on top of her. So my auntie walks in. Oh, God bless her, man. She walks in.
FBI.
What are you doing here? What are you doing here? You're letting him do for me, for you, on you. Why are you letting him do? Then wait for it. This girl's sitting there like this, covering her breast. She goes, I've got breast too. Remove your hand. I've got breast too. So they both see it. And the girl's giving a speech. She's sitting there with her titties out. I'm just like, it's giving her a speech. Look, this boy, you're just doing for me, for you, for him. I'd never even met you. I've never seen you. You were here. I must have been about 22, 23 at this time. Then wait for it now. So then she's not putting her clothes on. And then my auntie being my auntie, she's then gone and made drink for her, gone and made food for her. They're now sitting down in the bedroom just cracking joke.
She definitely wants to come back now for some more for me, for you.
I miss that woman, man. And I don't have any pictures of her. I don't have any pictures of her. And as I said, for almost 5-6 years of my life, even when I was down in the dumps, I was living with her. And you got to bear in mind that she was a single mum, doing her own thing. And yet she's got 3 sons and a daughter. And all the 3 sons were living in the house with me. So there was 4 of us just yamming out the fridge. Don't you know, we all contributed. But, she was going to work, doing 15-hour shifts. And I think eventually all of the trauma and stuff that I think maybe that people go through might have taken its toll. Because she had cancer, my mum had cancer and they both had cancer around the same time. And it's hard, man. Even for my cousins, like, we was at the hospital and this is like the first time I've ever seen someone pass away. And it was tough, man. I just sat there and it's hard. It's hard. It's almost as if you feel the person's just sleeping. And it then makes you think like, what is, she done. When I say she helped me so much, like when I tell people I was homeless for a couple days and she literally all I had was my car. Back then I had a Renault 19. It's how long ago it was. I literally put all my stuff in that car and she was ready to come out of her room because she had the bigger room. So she was ready to come out of the bigger room to give me and the rest of the boys the bigger room so that she could go in the smaller room just to make everything work out. And then, she's gone, man. And this makes you just, sad, she done too much. I can't even thank her enough. And I don't have any pictures of her. And what's mad is that sometimes we get upset when people ring us too much. She used to ring me all the time and annoy me. Now my phone don't ring for me.
Bro, I still got all the missed calls of my mum in WhatsApp where I used to be like, certain times I'm thinking, wow, why is this woman ring me at 5 a.m? I used to complain about her ringing me at 5 a.m. Guess what time I wake up these days? 5 a.m. All the time. I never used to wake up at 5. I'm up at 5 all the time. Today I was up at 5. I think I was up just before 5, but I'm up every day without fail 5 a.m. But I used to complain, why is this woman ringing me at this time? Like, what do you want?
She used to ring me all the time, and I used to get annoyed that this woman's just ringing me all the time. Like, she'd ring me maybe twice a week. And then when she realized I would not answer as much, she then started doing it to like once every 2 weeks. So she then started scaling it back. Now, she doesn't ring me.
Gone.
She doesn't ring me. She can't ring me. And sometimes we get up, we take offense when people are trying to run around us and be there for us. And it's hard, man. Because even the other day, like, obviously I haven't forgotten that she's passed away. Even though I know she's passed away, but I've still got to thank her for all the stuff that she done. Because she done a lot. Even the amount of effort she done raising her 3 boys and her daughter. She's running around doing 15-hour shifts. She done a lot. And obviously children don't beg to be here. But obviously once they're here. And remember,
you know what's mad?
I was a grown adult. Remember, I was over 18. It wasn't like I was 15, 14 living with her. I'm a grown adult. And she still took me in her house as a grown adult.
You know what's mad? That's around the time I met you,
When was that? Around what time?
I
Around
think
what age?
probably like 07, 08.
Yeah, because I think I was living with her. I can't remember when I was living with her now, but I lived with her 3 times. Because I remember I lived with them in Elmer's, in sort of like Shirley. I lived with them. Then they moved to West Norwood. So I've lived in 4 of her houses.
Mad.
4 times. So I've moved in, moved out, moved in, moved out. And even when I came back from Birmingham, okay, I was living at her house in Elmer's End.
Yeah.
I was literally living in the front room.
Yeah.
And this was like 2000 and, this must have been 2000 and, before I went to Birmingham, it would have been 2015. I was living in the front room. And this time, remember, this is like 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
So I'm like in my 30s. Yeah. Living in the...
You know what's mad?
At any given point when I needed to go back to her house, she always let me back in.
It's mad you say that because man don't realize we could be up at any given time.
Yeah.
They see it, you said in your phase. It could be low at any given time.
I was there. I was living in her front room. Lived in the front room on the sofa.
But ups and downs come.
Yeah, in the sofa. But even and then that's why I always wonder, like, what is the purpose of life? What is life? What is life all about? Because sometimes people talk about the afterlife, and as I said, this is the first time I've seen someone pass away, and it's almost as if this person is just in a long sleep, which they're not going to get up from. And this whole theory of heaven and hell and the afterlife, I don't know about. I don't know. I want to believe it, but I don't know.
You see, when you say dead body, I used to have this thought before. You see a dead body lying down here, and have you seen what thingy? Was it Us or one of them films? Which one was the one with Sunken Place?
Wasn't that Get Out?
Get Out. And you know when my mum was looking at his body.
Okay, yeah.
I was thinking to myself, dead people are like at the beginning when they first die.
Yeah.
They might be hearing or seeing us talk. And they, like they're trapped in their own body.
Yeah. Basically like sleep paralysis where they can't kind of come out of the sleep they're in.
Yeah. I was thinking to myself, imagine that's the permanent feeling that you're there but you're not there.
Yeah, because it was
That
weird.
would be scary.
It was literally just as if you were sleeping. And another thing I'll say as well is this. You guys that don't have any etiquette. So before I even spoke about this, I rang my cousins and said, are you okay with me, thanking your mum on the pod?
Yeah.
And just talking about it.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, it's fine. And they said, thank you for asking, because some of you guys, someone will pass away. You haven't even asked the family yet. You're just going to social media to start posting and talking about this person. If you really care, you would contact the family first to find out whether they even want it even being discussed. Because it could open up some wounds. You like have some etiquette, have some respect. And there's one thing people don't have when people pass away. They have no respect. They just go straight to social media. Even when I want to mention a person that passed away, a celebrity that passed away not too long ago. People were just slapping this person on social media. Until one day the mum came up and was like, wow, I didn't really want it out. Yeah. But then you got to think about who's the mole. That you would have told to one person told the next person. Before you know it, put it this way, my second mum passed away a whole week ago. I'm only telling you today.
Yeah.